know you're on. Good evening once again. Good evening, my good people of Biafra land. Ndị Igbo, ndewonu. I say good evening to you all in Biafra land. To those of you in Western Europe, good evening. To those in the States of America, we say good afternoon. To those in Asia, we say good morning. Good day generally, my fellow compatriots. We are here once again this evening, like we promised you to be, discussing issues that so much concern you and me, Biafrans generally. As elders in the house, there are certain things we see and we must speak out. It is of no use seeing certain things going negative, some abnormalities in our own society, and we keep silent. We are duty bound, both traditionally and culturally, to speak out, to advise the young ones who are being misled, who are being misguided by those who have the opportunity to direct them. So, we are here to discuss such issues because they are very, very vital in our being as humans, in this our society. For some time now, some people have been ranting in the air, speaking their minds, trying to direct or to misdirect our people. We are talking about the February 16th Nigeria's presidential election. Everybody knows, everybody understands that right now we are still part and parcel of the Nigerian Federation, even though Biafra's internal government has already started functioning, led by His Excellency Chief Dr. Wazirike. Invariably, we are on. And if you are in doubt, visit the seat of power, Owerri, and see things for yourself. Apart from the flurry of activities at Owerri, every other zone in Biafra land is feeling the pulse of Biafra government activities. On the strength of this, we are telling our people that we don't need referendum again because that has been taken care of long, long ago. A government that is functioning, it becomes something abnormal for anybody to say we want to conduct a referendum. Even if you want to conduct a referendum on some specific issues, you have to do it within the ambit of the law. First, you must notify the international community, the United Nations, the African Union, the ECOWAS. And such notification must come from two different angles: the host nation and the outgoing nation. That is obvious. The host nation and the outgoing nation must come together and take a stand, take a decision, and then notify the international community of their desire to conduct a referendum. It is something both parties must agree. It is not the prerogative of any particular group. Impossible. It doesn't work that way. But to think of it, Nigeria is conducting presidential election on the 16th of this particular month. We discussed this issue yesterday, but because of the type of interest it generated, we have decided to repeat it today. So, Nigeria as a nation is conducting presidential, not even senatorial, not even gubernatorial, presidential election on February 16th, this very month. For all we know, there is no other government activity or activities that should take place that particular day. Is practically impossible. No other government activity or activities should take place that particular February 16th. Not to talk of referendum, which is something that is all-encompassing. Referendum is not a village meeting. Let us be honest to ourselves. Referendum is not a town union meeting. Referendum is not even a state assembly session. It is something that is all-embracing, all-encompassing, nationwide. So it's not something that can be juxtaposed with presidential election. It doesn't work that way. So for somebody to come out and begin to talk on air that he unilaterally, remember that, is conducting a referendum to determine the state of Biafra, whether we are going or not going. Oh, come on. It looks somehow. But the issue is this, we quite understand. The advocates or the protagonists of this know the very audience they are addressing. They know they cannot convince you and me. They rather have their own audience, special audience, specific audience. These are the ever-credulous audience, people that believe anything that comes from their leaders' lips. Whether it is true or not, they don't want to know. So far as the leader has said, so far as the Supremo has said it, then it is true. To such people, we begin to organize, a kind of condolence visit for them. They need condolence visit. Nothing was about it. How can a reasonable person believe that on a particular day Nigeria is conducting presidential election, an individual or group, without the knowledge of the international community, the world at large, without the knowledge or the consent of the United Nations Security Council or even the General Assembly, without the consent of the African Union, without the consent of the ECOWAS, Economic Community of West African States, without even the consent of the very host nation. Come on. You say you want to hold what? They know their foolish audience. I put foolish in parentheses. They know their foolish audience who always believe anything that comes from their master's lips. How could any human being believe such trash? It doesn't work. Go to social media. People are now speaking out their minds. When we started, we thought we were alone. When we started even writing, we thought we were alone. Not knowing that people have been monitoring every of our utterances and write-ups. Today, the entire community of Biafra has joined in criticizing this particular anomaly. Nothing like referendum. If you want to conduct a referendum, it takes a lot. It takes months and years to prepare for it. You first of all have to get voters' card. You must get voters' card. You must prepare ballot boxes. You must sensitize your people. House to house, village to village, community to community. And tell their people the essence of the referendum, because if we fail, we have failed woefully. Then you have to get prepared for it. Make sure that everybody is involved. It is not a group affair. But then, we understand their rhetoric, their antics. Stay at home. Okay, that is allowed. That is your own free choice. You can stay at home that very day. If you don't want to come out, you are free. Stay at home and do whatever you like. Nobody is coming to drag you out of their house. That is a mere protest. It's not even a revolution. It can never, by any stretch of the imagination, be called a revolution. It's just a mere protest, a disenchantment in what is prevalent in a given society. To show you are part of that society, but you are not satisfied with what is going on there. Then you decide to stay at home. It's just like what is called hunger strike. So that is what you want to practice on 16th. It's hunger strike, protest. ineffective protest, stay at home. But your liability referendum, oh my God, that's to show that you don't understand the meaning of the term referendum. Think of it. Go to Scotland and ask them what they mean by referendum. Go to Catalonia. Ask them what do they mean by referendum. Go into history. Ask countries that have conducted a referendum in the past what referendum means. When you understand all this, you will be in position to appreciate that particular term referendum and not what you just utter because you are drunk. At all. Let us tell you, we are broadcasting from the voice of Biafra International and the Biafra Broadcasting Authority, situated here in the city of Munich, Germany. I am Ikenna Obibiagono. Of course, with me right now are Uchenna. Okay. Uchenna, let me welcome you to the program, please.
Yeah, thank you very much, the moderator, Ikenna. This is the voice of Uchenna here from Makurdi, Benue State, Nigeria. I want to welcome all our listeners all over the world to our tonight's broadcast. And God bless us all as we listen. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Uchenna, for always being with us. It's a mark of commitment to our Biafra independence struggle. Thank you very much. Let me also welcome Emmanuel Nadi, who is right now at the seat of power Owerri. Emmanuel Nadi, are you with us? So I cannot hear you clearly, not even to talk of our audience. Okay, Emmanuel, hold on, Emmanuel. Tune down the volume of your speaker. Tune down the volume of your speaker. It's echoing horribly. Back to you. Okay, while we wait for you, let me welcome Emmanuel Mwabisi Solibobo. So you are welcome.
Yeah, thank you, my brother. We thank everyone who are with us tonight for this special program. May God bless each and every one of us in Jesus' name. Amen.
Thank you so much. You are welcome. Of course, Emmanuel Nadi was trying to be. I was trying to introduce Emmanuel Nadi, but because of the problem at his background, we could not hear him very, very well. So we are discussing important issue. We keep on emphasizing it because it is very, very important in our life as Biafrans. That is true. So we were talking about this so-called referendum scam. Somebody gets up one morning and begin to talk of referendum. Don't forget that this referendum was first scheduled 2016 or 17 rather. It could not hold. Twice in 2017. In 2018, they scheduled 3 times. It could not hold. Now, because the election is coming and they want to make money from politicians, more especially Buhari's APC, after collecting millions of naira, somebody wakes up one morning to create confusion in Biafra land. You don't want Biafrans to vote. Of course, Biafrans are voting, but you don't want your group members to vote because you want to reduce the votes of the opposition party and give an edge to the ruling party, Buhari, because you have been settled. You have been settled financially and with a house in London. Now, because you were settled, you feel you can come and fool the entire Biafran society. We are tired of hearing such stories. It's a long time. It's been long we've been hearing this. One day, one story, 1 week, one trouble. At the end of it all, everything becomes a deferred expectation. You say one thing today, when the hour of fulfillment comes, you cancel it or you postpone it or you say something else. And then some people keep on believing and believing and believing. Even those who believe in the second coming of Jesus Christ have not even, expressed this type of faith. Why do you believe everything that you hear? Try and ask questions, but we sympathize with you because you are yet unenlightened. You are a stark illiterate. You don't know anything. But the fact that you don't know does not make you non-human thing. Ask questions. Ask questions from those who know better. This is what I have heard. Ihe m no beziokwu ka ọba asị Biafra ga-eme referendum. Ụwa gburugburu ha mamaka ya, America mamaka ya, England nwe Nigeria mamaka ya, other countries of the world. Do they have their idea? Not somebody coming to talk to the rabble. To the rabble. Oh, referendum. Oh, come on, stop that rubbish. Stop that noise making. Those who shout this referendum do not understand what referendum stands for at all. If they do, they will think twice before they mention the word referendum. Referendum? Just talking as if a child is singing the lullaby. My people, we are not here to echo Kant at all. We are here to tell you the gospel truth. We are not here to deceive you. For you to believe what we are telling you, watch out. After 16th, what will happen? In a referendum, you must expect a result. You must expect a decision. Outright decision. What if after February 16th and there is no result, no decision? What will happen? What else are you going to tell your people? That the result was seized because it's work or jam. The result was seized. It was rigged. They are playing down on the results or what? Tell us. What are you going to tell us? After 16th so-called referendum scam, no result, no outcome, no decision. What are you going to tell your audience? Sometimes if you want to tell lies, think of the after effects. We are telling Biafra there is nothing, absolutely nothing like a referendum in Nigeria or in Biafra land at this particular point in time. It does not work. We allow Nigeria to conduct their presidential election. If we like, we vote. If we don't like, we leave them alone. It's your own free choice. We allow Nigeria to do that. It is their day. But for anybody to practice coincidence by saying we fix a referendum, well, come on. What is wrong with you? Let me now welcome some people who are already online with us. Of course, Mike Oke is ever present. Udochukwu Mokoma is always with us. Chinedu Joseph, Lilian Umeji, of course. Emmanuel Chikezie and Ben Bros. Gabriel Emmanuel and Tony, of course, is there. Prince Ihe Kwaba is there. Innocent Young equally is there. Gabriel Emmanuel is there. He said, I love Biafra forever. And very soon they will know that there is God in Israel, which is true. Abuchi Obiora, of course, is there. That's one of my brothers here in Germany. Precisely from Ekwe, in his local government, of course. Abuchi is there monitoring. Jude Nogo is there, of course. Roger Uzigwe is there, of course. Ken Davis. Amaka Benson is there. Mwebu Cletus, of course. Mwariji John. Chris Classic, goes by that name, is there. Study Ekesi Mwakudo is there. Of course, he's saying all hail Biafra. Sunday Eze, of course, is there. Of course, Gabriel Emmanuel is there saying, how did Nigeria pay us for this? Gabriel Emmanuel, Nigeria did not pay anybody. Nigeria did not pay me. Nigeria can't even pay me. If they want, I don't want. The members of the vobi crew don't accept a guy from the Nigerian government. But we are rather here to protect our own interests. Nobody paid us. But one thing we know is that at any given time, somebody says something contrary to IPOB opinion. They call the person a saboteur. Oh, Nigerian government has paid you. The common expression in their lips is, how much did they pay you for this? Paid who? We are not your leader who was paid to betray Biafra. Do you want us to say it open? He was paid to betray Biafra. So don't think that the way your leader was paid to betray Biafra, that's the way we are equally paid. Nobody pays us. So definitely, Mandel, take note of that. Okay, Chuks, of course, Amadi Diallo, Terry Pen, Woboku, okay, Chuku Sonny, of course, Sonny is with us online. Emmanuel Ike, Rachel Achinehu, Sonny Anozie, Emeka Abu, Biafra Kinsley, Promise Isaac is there. Promise is saying, please, where are you? Don't know. Don't know what he's talking about. Can't read the English exactly what he's saying. He's trying to say that Nigerian establishment is Israel was naked to do what? You see, that is the common language. We are used to that. So when they say all this, we're not surprised. That is their brand name. They always talk of saboteur and I mean, forget them. Promise Isaac, he said that Biafra cannot be restored through propaganda. We are not carrying out propaganda at all. So this is what you have to understand. Nobody is carrying out any form of propaganda. Yeah, please, my brother, I'm online. Work it, please. I'm online. I'm already online right now. Unless you want to say something, I'll give you the audience. But if you can call me back in the next 10 minutes, I will give you audience. Please, my brother, work it. Yeah, sorry, please. Give me some minutes. Are you with me? So I was trying to say, Promise Isaac, we are not carrying out propaganda at all. We are rather being honest to you to tell you that Biafra must be restored in truth and honesty. Of course, Geoffrey Ihejoa is there, 21 family is there, Chimezie Ibenji, Fidelis Ntachi, of course, Chukuma Elisi is always with us. All these people more are here with us monitoring the program. So, to those who think we are being paid by Nigerian government, I say no. Nobody pays us for that. Nobody. So don't think that the way you are paid is equally the way we are paid. We don't believe in that. Let me go to the members of the crew and hear their opinion. Sonny Emmanuel Wabisi, you were not with us during the last broadcast. What do you have to say about the, okay, you were with us yesterday, true. So we would want you to make some contributions in this particular issue about this idea of trooping out a whole lot of people to say stay at home, eat your first salad, just like they did some time ago in Port Harcourt, where our able-bodied young boys and girls got perished, got killed by the Nigerian military vandals. So we wouldn't like a situation where the same mistake would be repeated. That is why we are here speaking out. So anybody thinking that we are being paid, I'm sorry, we sympathize with you because you do not know what you are saying. So over to you.
Yeah, I was among yesterday's program. Now, the yesterday, people who are confused, people who are being brought to destabilize the struggle of Biafra, when they don't see anything they can do again, it's like somebody that is being hit during a fight, and the person is being hit well. There is no option. The person, if he has any opportunity, the next thing is that he will start pouring sand. You understand? So, the Bible say that now you can't what you call during the time of work, we can't be able to do anything, but he will like to show I can fight. So whatever they are doing is the mark of their failure. I keep on saying is the mark of their failure. That is their downfall. Everything they are trying to do now is to confuse some people and run away. A situation whereby the so-called leaders took away all the members of the family and they were nowhere to be found. Then nobody can even identify where they are. And somebody who claims to be a king cannot mind his palace, cannot even talk to his people. Who is in fact, what do you think that is the next thing? So it's a kind of Ben Johnson. They have taken the Ben Johnson already. Everybody is on their own. And when they go over there, they will be making noise to push out their animals to be killed. because that is what they signed for. So, because they are not there for Biafra, they are not there for the liberation of the people of God. No, rather they are the anti-Biafrans. They are being paid to destabilize the struggle of Biafra. They are being paid to destroy, to distort the freedom of the people of God. That's why if you look at them right from the origin, they laid the foundation on lies, and they have been lying. Nigeria will look like a Somalia. Somalia will look like paradise compared what I will do to Nigeria. That is what we have. What happened today? And any day you see me with Hanese politicians and this and that, know that I have derailed, stone me to death. What happened? This, that any day you find me talking about a referendum, I will just resign. Any day we are talking about a referendum about the liberation of Biafra, I will just resign. What is happening today? I am the one now talking about a referendum. Give me money to buy arms. I know Boko Haram is everywhere in the Biafra land. I want to buy arms. I need money. I know you people in the US afford United the money, but can afford it. Where is the armed nations? So when you see people that nice, there is nothing they can talk together that will baffle me, because I know already they were there. They are ordained to be condemned. So there is no two ways about it. They are liars, and everything that comes from them is lie. So even if it's no longer managed from Sudan, now it's articling the Cameroonian. What does
let me try to help you there. We are used to all this talk. Let me put it that way. Okay, look at it. You see, we got information that Yoruba sold that dummy to him. Yoruba sold the Jubril dummy to Kano, and without investigating, he started shouting on air to make him mad. The only person that could see tomorrow. At the end of the day, Yorubas just laughed at him. After making the whole noise, the man remains the very Buhari we know. So now, I don't really know how does such a person feel that after the whole lies, after all the lies, you still come out now to say Atiku is a Cameroonian. And look at that. If you don't know what to say, keep quiet. If you have nothing to tell our people, keep silent and stop causing distractions. So, continue, please, but make it short.
So, like what I'm saying, our people have.
No, I'm sorry. Sonny, service is not clear at your end at all. Let me see if you channel is there. Uchenna, are you with us? Uchenna, are you with us? No. So when everybody is online, give me a signal. The service is very poor there.
Can you hear me well?
No, it's not very clear at all, Sonny. It's not very clear, and there is much noise coming from there. I don't know why.
Oh, I'm in a quiet.
But service is not very clear there at all. It's not clear. So let us excuse you, please. In Mother I know the problem will be the same thing. Please, the volume of your set is distracting us. Turn it down. So now, what are we saying? You come out today. For several weeks, somebody started shouting Jubril, Jubril, Jubril. Forensic analysis, DNA test, providing every conceivable and inconceivable facts to justify his assertion or allegation that the man in Asarok is not Buhari. He died since January, April or so, 2017, and was buried in Saudi Arabia. Yorubas sold their dummy to you because you abused Yoruba sensibility when you were shouting on radio. You insulted the entire Yoruba race. And you see how cleverly, how intelligently they have rubbished you. Sold the dummy, the Jubri dummy to you. Then you bought it to whole line and sinker. You didn't investigate. You started shouting on air. At the end of the day, Yorubas laughed at you and said, look at this fool. Look at that. Eating your words. Now, to cover up that particular shame, you now want to divert attention that now Atiku is from Cameroon. How many decades ago? And so, if Atiku is a Cameroonian or worse, what difference does that make? I'm not trying to campaign or stand for anybody. You yourself, let us ask ourselves this question. You are very person talking for Biafra now, Biafra or your own term anywhere. Are you not a British citizen? You are a British citizen. So then why are you so much interested in the issue of Biafra? So if somebody stands up to say you are not a Biafran, you are a British citizen, how does that sound to you? Oh, come on. Come on. Try and reason. Stop disturbing the peace of Biafra land. We have known what you're up to. And you have taken enough money. You have been settled. Stop further distraction. Come February 16th, only Nigeria's presidential election. Those who don't want to come out, you are free to stay indoors. It's allowed. Now, we wouldn't like to talk too much on this because a word they say is enough to the wise. So, we have spoken at length. We should stop all this noise making. Every year, one promise. 3 months of Biafra. Some time ago, it was around September or so, before November, I will get Biafra. Without coming out without Biafra flag, I will not come out of the prisons. All those things. I'm not trying to castigate. I'm rather trying to put things right. That we should try and know what we believe. Understand before we believe. And even before we say it, let us be honest. Let us think first. It's getting out of place. So, what we are telling our people is that anything like referendum is a scam, is a fluke. Forget that. It doesn't work. But you are free to stay at home. But if you do so and give Muhammad Buhari an edge over Atiku, we are not trying to no, we don't campaign. We are thinking about Biafra. But we are discussing this issue because to an extent it concerns us. If you give Buhari an edge over the PDP, don't forget the 97.5% interests. Do not forget Islamic agenda. The mission of Islamizing the entire Eastern Zone, Biafra. Do not forget the series of killings of our people. Do not forget that they are after our oil wells. So when you give the monster the chance to take over, do not forget the herdsmen. Don't forget that herdsmen are everywhere in Biafra land, in the entire southern part of Nigeria. Do not forget that Boko Haram people have been, incorporated into the Nigerian army, fused with the Nigerian army, well equipped and posted to everywhere in the south. Everywhere in Lagos, they are there. Everywhere in Port Harcourt, they are there. Everywhere in Enugu, Ebonyi State even, they are there. Boko Haram people are everywhere. They equally have imported their brothers in the Sahel region, from here and there, Syria, Libya, what have you. Many of them enter Nigeria in truckloads, day by day. Where are they hiding? Only the Nigerian government knows. And they equip them, take them into the hinterland. They are everywhere. Now, when the enemies are encircling us, we are here talking about referendum. Which referendum? I was thinking, or rather, we were thinking that we would be making some arrangements, preparations, as not to be taken on our ways. When the enemy is everywhere, studying the map of your zone, knowing all the footpaths, instead of gathering your people together to forestall such eventuality, instead of training the 100 men you promised, of course you have up to 3,000. Instead of gathering these boys together, preparing them to withstand the challenges of these marauders, these invaders, you are talking about referendum, telling them to stay at home. Oh, come on. It doesn't go well that way. It doesn't go well that very way. So try and gather your own people. Other groups are gathering their own people, preparing. But we are going to speak with one voice. We are going to speak with one voice. We are going to speak with one voice. Try and reconcile with others for us to fight a common enemy. If you don't know it now, these enemies are everywhere. Should Muhammad Buhari lose this February 16 election, which is going to lose, they are going to unleash mayhem. They are going to unleash mayhem on our people. Because they are going to blame us for voting in PDP or for causing Buhari's downfall. They are going to kill us. How do we defend ourselves? How do we protect our heritage? How do we make sure that we are not exterminated as being planned by Britain? Then instead of thinking homewards, how we are going to defend our land, you are there talking of referendum, telling your boys, your very remaining few boys, to stay indoors, not to come out. Not to come and vote out the monster. My people, please let us reason this. The enemies are everywhere in Biafra land. They really want to take over. Our politicians are abetting them. So, when you gather your boys to say referendum, we were expecting you to send your boys to state houses of assembly to make sure no proceedings go on. Then we shall take you serious. Or during time for campaign, to make sure no politician campaign. You were there. Buhari came to Onitsha. He campaigned, he went home. You were there. Buhari came to Owerri. He campaigned and left. You were there. Buhari came to Aba. Aba in particular, the Enyimba city. You were there. You did nothing. As soon as Buhari left, you came out again to beg your feeders like this. Then you go to the church, CKC or any other church, soft spots to go and make noise. To go and make noise. My friend, stop this rubbish. Give order. Let us stop everybody from campaigning in Biafra land, and we shall take you serious. Why didn't you give order when Buhari came to Biafra land? If you are not supporting him, did you ever make any statement against Buhari coming to Biafra land? Why were you dumb? We keep on telling our people, we must be on guard because there is enemy within. Let me go to the members of the crew. Uchenna is there. Emmanuel Nadi is there. Sunday Oti is there. Sonny is there. Anybody is free to make a contribution. Of course, we read what our listeners are writing. I'm going to comment on them in a few minutes' time. Gentlemen, over to you.
Yeah, my brother, this is Salim from Biafra land.
Yes,
finish what I want to say. I don't finish what I want to say before the network cuts me off.
Yeah, go on.
From the seat of power.
Emmanuel, hold on. Emmanuel, try and listen. Emmanuel, try and listen. Somebody is talking, and when somebody is talking, you listen first of all. When the person is through, you make your own comment. When somebody is talking and they're talking, that means you're not listening. So over to you.
Yeah, thank you, my brother. So what we are saying is that a time has come for our people to ignore this very man calling himself Nnamdi Kanu. You know, he's getting out of hand. I still stick to what Vincent said yesterday, that a radical action needs to be taken for them to know what they are doing. You know, the issue is that they are bringing disgrace and shame to Biafran nation without knowing the proper steps to take. You know, each time they keep on making Biafrans to look so childish. It looks like child's play. They play with our struggle, something we labored for, something we suffered for. Only once his house was ready, he ran away. Invasion of his house, only once. How many times did the military and the police invaded Okwe, destroy sort of properties, burn down our Zike's house? How many times? Still, we stood on our ground. We are still in Biafran land, talking about Biafra. Only once. You were being arrested and detained only once. And you went and reached agreement with the federal government and came out. You will there shouting, you will do this, you will do that. You're not coming out without Biafra. At the end of the day, you took the worst condition and came out. You can't even take the best condition. You ran away. After inviting him, because he is the one that invited the python dance to Umar. He ran away. Now, you were there in London now shouting. How much you will see that Nigeria is looking for you to do how many do you got back and move back to London? You are now in London. Issuing order. Stay at home. Go for candidate. Don't vote. Vote in Abia. Vote in Ebonyi. You don't vote elsewhere. By all the election. And you are going to have your referendum. When you still have your my God. This nonsense. We want to use this opportunity to tell our people it is time for them to use them. See? Yes. Why are these?
Okay, sorry, I cannot hear you. Sorry, we can't hear you clearly once anymore. Let me give Emmanuel another chance. So when services improve, then I'll call you back. Emmanuel, another over to you.
Okay, thank you very much. Call the
Oh, we cannot hear you at all. Oh, sorry, Emmanuel, we cannot hear you as well. Post service. Yeah, we can't hear you at all. No, Uchen, look, are you there? Sorry, Emmanuel. Emmanuel, stop. Please, Emmanuel Nadi, hold on. We can't hear you. Emmanuel Nadi, hold on. We cannot hear you. So, Uchen, over to you.
Thank you very much.
Emmanuel Nadi, stop. We can't hear you. There is poor network services over there. Let Uchenna take over the audience.
To this man. This man is not.
I don't know if someone can.
Emmanuel Nadi, stop. Uchenna, take over.
All right.
The people, the ones who
Emmanuel Nadi does not listen. Emmanuel Nadi does not listen. Emmanuel Nadi, stop. The service is not clear where you are. Let us give Uchenna the audience, please. Uchenna,
right.
to you. Yeah.
The moderator, I again want to thank you for giving me to speak to our people. I think we have been doing much enlightenment on our people regarding the actualization, most especially on the angle of people that try to defraud our people because, as the saying goes, that thing that you cherish most always use to confuse you. For the fact that the enemy think that their need of Biafra, of freedom, being on their own, trooping, using those things, this thing, and the things the beginning of things.
I'm sure everywhere in either Biafra land or Nigeria, there is poor network, service. As we move on, Biafra beyond Nigeria. From what is going on, there is every likelihood that 2019 February election will be the beginning of the end of Nigeria. The likelihood is there. Even skeptics quite believe that Nigeria may not be the same again from every indication, from every statistics. The ruling party wants to retain power at all costs, to the extent of soaking the baboons and the monkeys in blood. The opposition party equally wants to regain power. It becomes a clash between the cruel tiger and the wounded lion. Who suffers? You and me. In the event that this particular election degenerates to civil conflict, how do we protect Biafra? How do we defend ourselves? What preparations do we have on ground? What do we have to defend ourselves? Right now, the Hausas have everything, importing through Niger, Mali, bringing in all sorts of sophisticated arms and ammunition. Don't forget that some months back, very many containers were imported to the Tinkan Island ports, and we are all ferried down to Kaduna without anybody knowing the contents. It was suspected such containers came from Turkey and some Islamic worlds, containing arms and ammunition, which they want to use to attack us. Till date, no Southerner has bothered to know the content of the containers. I don't know why our people are always intimidated by the Hausa people, by the Hausa Fulani. Why are our politicians and leaders easily intimidated? Go to the houses, national assemblies. The Hausas call the shots. They dictate the pace. Our people become subordinates. Why? Let me be honest with you. Nigeria is nearing implosion. How do we protect ourselves? We were told a group of people, Biafrans around the world, contributed more than 600 million for defense to purchase arms. Of course, I know that is a ridiculous change when it comes to arms purchase. It's a little money. That can't even purchase one armored tank. Not to talk of fighter jets. Oh no, how much is it? Before we're able to purchase arms to withstand the Nigerian challenge, we have to go into oil bunkering. Let me be honest with you. We have to go into oil bunkering, take the crude, send to international community, to arms merchants, and we purchase sophisticated arms. But if it is just contributing monthly dues, stop that. It will not work. How much is it? Do you know how much one AK-47 costs? Not to talk of armored tank, fighter jets, helicopter gunship. Do you know how much it costs? You deceive their people and they paid. You know that amount cannot purchase anything. You just wanted to convert it selfishly. They contributed with high expectations. You took the money and ran away. Now, reality is starting on everybody. The herdsmen are there. Boko Haram there. Even some members of ISIS are there. Our people don't even have ordinary catapult, ordinary gun gun. Nothing to show for it. We are being encircled day by vicious enemy. And tomorrow you tell me you love Biafra. You preach Biafra. No retreat, no surrender, no exile. What is happening today? Because you have packed the whole money. We are not here to castigate, but then we are trying to say, let leaders tell our people the simple truth. True leaders live with their people. True leaders live with their people. They feed their pains and joys. They feed their poor. You don't have to stay in faraway exile. Begin to dish out orders. Who is going to obey it? Or rather obey them. If you want to issue orders for you to obey, bring your parents back, bring your brothers and sisters back. Let everybody mix together. Not when you ferry your own abroad. In the comfort zone of England, in Germany, any other place, in America. Now you want children of nobody to go and die. Of course, we are getting Biafra, no two ways about it. If we must fight, all of us are going to come home and fight together. Nobody should stay up. All of us are going home to fight it out. All our parents must be there. It's going to be a collective effort. Let us come together. Let us reason together because the enemy is coming. The enemy is coming. Let us stop playing to the gallery as if nothing is happening. Let us stop this particular joke, this weekly joke of gathering the remnants of your group into a stay-at-home protest. Oh, come on. Come on. Stop that protest. It doesn't help you. It's too ridiculous. And the attitude of some of these people ridicule Biafra. This modern time, somebody was using the metal gong or wooden gong, going round and round. Onyo wala gero, onyo wala gero. Hagenwe referendum. Onyo wala nodina bedi your fence sana. Come on. We your mess are inventing, confounding things. Going to the moon, going to the skies. Your mess are everywhere. Into discoveries. Ibrekpe na this jet age na mwekpe. Come on. Who sent you? Ihe na de mono. Dimpa bia gbakọrọ ofu ebe. Gute ofe ugbuo. Mepepe soup na eri na araya na aṅụ bia. Sa ha na-eri ofe nsala. Come on. You are idle. Stop bringing disgrace to Biafra land. Ebe ọ nọ n'ụlọ picture they post to. Anokate etinye puke one leader. Oh, Trump abara you put them back. Or say ijide Biafra. Talking anyhow. Stop all this rubbish. Who na-eme Biafra ihe na-emezi anyị. Sometimes I pụtara ikwu okwu Biafra ihe na-emezi anyị. Oh, gịnị na-arịọ unu? I'm talking to IPOB boys. Not all of them anyway. Let me be honest. Not all of them. The particular ones that are gathered in a room somewhere in Germany, even when they are dying. My people, we must prepare. The die is cast. Let me go to the studio again to do those who are online. Gentlemen, try it again. Let us see if the service is better. Emmanuel and Nadi have to hold. Okay, before Uchenna comes in, let me ask Vincent, who is joining us from Germany here. Vincent, you know that Boko Haram men are well equipped now that come part of the Nigerian army. posted to the east to Biafra land and other parts of the south. Herdsmen equally incorporated into the Nigerian army. These people are prepared to unleash mayhem after February 16th, when Buhari would have failed the election. Now, what do you think? What advice do you have for Biafrans? Should this particular presidential election come February 16th degenerate to civil conflict? Because if it starts, nobody can control it. It's going to escalate, and that becomes the end of Nigeria. The question is, how do we put our house together? How do we put our house together? Vincent, over to you.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Moderator. We are in a dire situation. We are in a precarious situation. This, what you just said now, we all knew all this before. That the Boko Haram and these fighters from militant group, that they have infiltrated the government, and we are left behind. So they have encircled us, and that is why that is the reason I feel so much pain going on with the issue of IPOB, because they have even worsened the situation. They have made our people even to relax, to lose their self-consciousness, that they do not see the end ahead, and they do not deceive a lot of people. That our people are feeling even reluctant to begin to look at themselves as we in a precarious time, that we are living in a dangerous situation. My only advice to our people, to be careful. As this election is approaching, to think home. Because if civil war begins, first of all, they will begin to kill our brothers in the north. They wouldn't mind even if our brother take for Buhari or not. It's none of their business. They begin to kill them. So it is for our own people, Kahamoline, look, study this situation, and then begin to come back home. So that even if we are going to die, let us die in our fatherland. That is my own take about this. Because every other thing, because they have told our people that they are equipped to defend us, and so do buying jet that Russia is buying. Now, if you talk, to tell you how much you contribute, but then that is the situation I said that we have found ourselves. So we have nobody. So even this thing that have, so we are just empty in our land. We have nothing at all. So this is the time for our people who are living in northern Nigeria to look the political system and see how to get in case of any. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you so much, Vincent.
Sincerely,
Hold on, please. Sincerely speaking, Vincent, you made a very important statement. First of all, let me begin with the word. You use the word precarious. We are living in a very precarious time. And you lamented that the activities of the IPOB have made our people to relax. That is absolute. You captured it all. 3 days ago, somebody wrote on social media that if war breaks out now, Biafrans wouldn't like to contribute anymore because the ones they contributed disappeared into thin air. That even because of the way IPOB is doing things, nobody again is prepared to believe anybody. So when you stated that They have made their people to relax. This is absolute, and that is where the danger lies. Nobody is taking anybody serious anymore. Nobody. Within that particular circle, nobody is taking anybody serious. Sometimes when you mention Biafra now, those who don't understand that we are saying or begin to feel reluctant. And when the enemy strikes now, if the enemy strikes now, oh, it's going to be disastrous, to be honest with you. It's going to be disastrous because we are not prepared. We are not feeling reluctant. I don't care attitude. After all, the one we contributed before, where is it? This is what they are saying. IPOB is giving Biafra a bad name. But I assure you, we are going to redeem our image. Uchenna, before you come in, let me welcome Kinsley Amamaka Chooks. Woods, of course, is there. Ikemefuna Ugu is there. Denitex Denison is there. Fidelis Ozioko is there. Livingstone is there. Chris Uche. Pius Onyeka. Opala Akunna, of course. Chinemelen Pasi. Man Peace Ozuma. James Ziggy. Amechi and Okorie Vincent. Thank you, Vincent. Kislang Mata. You have tried to encourage us by saying we keep it up and God bless Biafra. Livingstone Okebulem, of course, is there. Prince Sonny Kelechiwa Biafra. Onyekachi Orisakwe. Anayo Eme Charles Adendo. Yeah, Fidelis Ozoko is saying, let us prepare now before it is late. This is what exactly we are saying, Fidelis Ozoko. We are calling our people that we need to prepare right now. We need to prepare. But like Vincent pointed out, our people are not feeling reluctant because of the disappointments they encountered from IPOB. So, but despite that, we shall not lose hope. We must get prepared because Boko Haram is there, herdsmen are there, ISIS there. We are being encircled by the enemy. What are we doing? And we are talking about referendum. Adendo Onyedikachi is there, Matthew Owoji is there, Clement Umo, Chika Judith, Uche Abo Equally, and very many others. So we are here to share ideas and views. What are we going to do when the enemy strikes? What if we were asleep and they come? What if we were in our farmlands and they come? What if we are in our various schools and they come? What if we are in marketplaces they come? What are we going to do? Uchenna, okay, over to you.
Yeah, thank you very much, on the confusion brought into the struggle by IPOB and the noise making about over referendum or no election. I think we need to take a step forward also, not only relying or depending only on vobi and BK. I think we need to take this a message beyond this radio. What I mean is, I don't know. It seems like they are asleep. It seems as if they don't understand the damage this mostly on this coming election, on this general election coming up on 16th of February this month, 2018. I think we need to move now to them, reach on to them, the available means that they have. They can organize a program educating our people on the need why they must shun whatever called sitting at home. I think they need to come up and empower the radio to reach out, because the radio can still go far as usual to the rural areas and the urban areas. So we need to go further and let them know so that they will make use of everything available. So the preparation looking at the circulation of organized by ISIS and Boko Haram and group, honestly speaking, or when the journey of the new stage of Biafra began through the help of our leader, late General, he has enlightened him and has given him some rights concerning the Nigeria where these people they never planned anything good for the Biafra. So right from that day till date, we have never take it on his rights. No, our situation in Nigeria. So as it stands now, nothing is taking us unaware because we have a competent leader. We have a leader that has foresight. So every secret about this Nigeria. And by the special grace of God, we are fully on ground. If it comes to administrative, if it comes to militarily, we are there. So we don't need to tell only on how we're going to counter our enemy. But we are sounding a warning to them. So let them not take us as maybe because they are seeing IPOB whom they were. Whom they have to come and they have anything to us that will distract us from their agenda. No, using them, our brothers, against us. We are not ignorant. So we are well prepared and we are ready to counter them in any form. They come up.
Yeah, but Uchenna, how united are we? This is a question. How united are we considering this leadership struggle?
Yes, we are united. Not when it has to do bim-massob on ground. Bim-massob, we have been, and till today we are still on ground. So the group of the point is that look at what is happening over there in the north. Some people were talking about the Biafra. Some people say they don't have anything. But when crisis starts in Jos, starts in Kaduna, those people that are saying to do with the Biafra or that, when they can unite again and start fighting their common enemy, we have a common enemy when that comes, unity amongst. With this, when that time comes, every group on ground, we will know how to arrange ourselves and fight our common enemy now. Right now, it's only the Kano. That is the only problem of IPOB now because and the millions of the solar doesn't know his plan. It doesn't know his before them. But by the time comes, which are and the Boko Haram, you will know that even they will know and understand and reason with the bim-massob of my moderator.
Yes, exactly. I quite agree with you. We are united. We are going to face the challenges. What in a situation where we have saboteurs in our midst? What are we going to do? Let the
Moderator, I would like to something.
Okay.
Yeah. Just like the last said, I think most people are underestimate the damage to our people.
Yes, that is true.
But Because we are talking now that when such a thing happens, that will be united to fight the common enemy. But I tell you, with the process, you cannot identify your common enemy.
Yes.
Because I don't know who is our common enemy. Is it the IPOB, by the Hausa people? Are we going to find Islamic militants created in the north? So the problem estimating these people have done. And just like I said in our futures, that it will take years for us to redeem ourselves and redeem our youth from the danger and damage caused by these people. So I think that even as much as we believe that happen, that if we can unite to fight our common enemy, I want us to begin to readjust our thinking that these people are with us. Let us begin to readjust our idea that if anything happens, this people to defend our people. Because from the money we contributed, nobody's talking about it now. For the defense fund we contributed, nobody's talking about it. So from all these things, we begin to see that there is a danger that we must trouble as long as these people are in among us, because they are continuing to do more damage. Because today someone sent me a picture, they want to put one box or one box for one. They say they wrote it a referendum, and they are presently saying nonsense in the internet for buying it. And it seems that what I'm saying that are creating more harm than we imagine. So let's begin to readjust because these people are like snakes. They cannot be trusted. We have to readjust ourselves and look to save our people and to save our family. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Actually, in this our unity, IPOB boys, not all of them, don't misquote me. Some of them could be square pegs in our round hole. The way they go about things, the way they behave is so appalling, it's very annoying. Saying, oh, if it is not their leader, nobody. Which leader? Who is that leader? When did he start? You see, we are holding ourselves. But the moment we eschew this bitterness and come back together, speak with one voice, I think Biafra will come immediately. But this issue of what this idea of ndi kwendekwe, ndi nas ono, what for? The same Biafra that is not yet there. Everybody now shikro, learning motorcycle. We know who our leader is, and we don't contest it. So if you just wake up and begin to think we can make you a leader, you have to merit it first. You have to be an obedient servant, first and foremost. You don't have to be like the Judas or the Satan to betray your maker. Then for us to take you serious, come and learn obedience. Take instructions. And not to use our public outfit or platform to make money for yourself. As soon as the money enters your hand, you disappear and go into self-exile. From there, you continue to rant. Somebody was speaking from US a few days ago that at the end of it all, somebody must account for that 600 billion. That somebody must account for it. It can never go down the drain. How can you scam a entire people and you want us to live it that way? It doesn't work out. It doesn't work out at all. Somebody is going to give account of his worship. The defense fund has to be accounted for at any moment in time, unless the person would like to be buried in Biafra land anymore. That could be the reason why they escaped. No problem, we are waiting. As a Kofecha or Ghana war, this is what we all know. Members of the crew, please, the floor is still open, and we have to hurry over it because in less than 20 minutes we are going to end the program. Gentlemen, over to you. And of course, before then, let me welcome the latest comers here. Frank Genesis, you are welcome. Ndubisi Ndoka Anayo Omaniko, Rafo Keke, Simon Joseph Sanchez, Stephen Mwachuku, Chihiro Chooks, and so on and so forth. We welcome all of you. So, gentlemen, we make our statements and before we call it a day. Thank you very much. We take it that way. We cannot, exhaust music Biafra. We know if we keep on playing it now, we forget other issues we are here discussing. But we assure you that in the event of Biafra, we shall devote some particular days to play the music Biafra, cultural, traditional, even the gospel. By so doing, we are going to promote our culture and tradition. Don't forget that this is what makes a people. In time to come, we shall map out days to play our music Biafra. Tell us your choice, tell us what you have, your own interest, and we're going to play it. We have equally said that we are here to promote anything Biafra branded. We are here to promote it. That is why we keep on calling you unity of purpose. We need to come together to face a common enemy. Otherwise, if we remain disunited, the enemy is going to make a mincemeat of us. May God forbid. Let me give members of the crew 2 minutes each now to make the last statements before we call it a day. Sonny Emmanuel Wabisi, are you there?
Yeah. Thank you, my brother Ikena. I want to use this opportunity to tell our people, may God bless and keep each and every one of us from the restoration of Biafra. Thank you, my brother.
Thank you so much, Sonny, for making it very, very brief. Uchenna, are you there? Okay.
Yes, Uchenna. Ndị be anyị Igbo ndị ọma ga-eti ekene onye ọbụla na-asị unu na ọ ga-adịrị Igbo na mma, ọ ga-adịrị Biafra na mma. Igwe anyị ji agbasara ụwa niile ozi maka njem Biafra nwere onwe nke ndị bim ji aka ha were guzoro. Anyị wee jiri ohere a wee na-asị unu n'ụbọchị a ga-eme nrụpụta abalị iri na isii nke ọnwa Febụwarị nọ n'ime ya. Onye ọbụla ebe ọbụla ị nọ pụta ga-atinye aka n'akwụkwọ họpụta onye nke anyị chọrọ ka ọ chịa gị na gburugburu ọchịchị obodo gị nakwa na gburugburu ọchịchị niile. Anyị were asị unu biko nke onye chiri gaziri agazienu na ugbo nọrọ ọfụma.
Thank you very much, Uchenna. So, gentlemen, we must again show our appreciation to the Biafran leader, Chief Dr. Afo Wazeke, making it possible for us to be here to inform our people without unnecessary overbearing. He has given us the free hand to operate, and of course, we operate within the philosophy of the bim-massob family. We are here to talk to our people, and our people will talk to us back. We are here to correct some imbalances and anomalies. We are here to tell you the truth. What we are here is not to bring down any individual, but to do such things that will enhance our progress. That is why we gather. We don't spend 100 hours talking. We have 1 year. We make it very, very brief. The message that is very, very important is standard brief. We cannot spend infinity here because most of you who are watching now are using their data. And I know what it takes in Nigeria for somebody to be online watching program for 20 minutes, not to talk of 1 hour or 2 hours. I was in Biafra land a week or so ago. I encountered indeed what my people are suffering. If you put money in your mobile phone, question of minutes, it is gone. This one they call a salat online mobile. That one is even more horrible. No matter how you put, before you say hello, it is finished. And it will start again. Even when somebody calls you, somebody called you, and they are still charging money from you. Oh my God. There will be a time we are going to carry out a revolution against all these network services. We put them down. That is why we are saying now, buckle up before we enter Biafra, because we are not going to tolerate it when we are there. We thank you so much for being part of our program. We really appreciate the time you have taken to be with us. So we keep on thanking you, we keep on praising you, and we keep on welcoming you, because without you, we can do nothing. Thank you for being with us. From the satellite station, once again, of the Voice of Biafra International and the Biafra Broadcasting Authority, I am Ikenna Obibiego. We say thank you, remain blessed, and good night.